What's going on, everybody? This is JVB from the Post Game Report podcast, and here I have the AOLION Bluetooth controller for the Nintendo Switch. Now, I currently don't have my Nintendo Switch with me, so I want to just throw that out there right away. Also, thank you to AOLION for sending me this controller for review. So, what is it that makes this controller special, and why shouldn't you get, let's say, the Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch? Well, number one, the cost. This particular controller is about half price less than the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. And it also has, check this out, a one key wake up feature, turbo function, dual motor vibration, 6-axis gyroscope, and NFC function. So that means you can use your amiibos or amobis or whatever they call these. You can tap it on the controller and it will show up on your Nintendo Switch. So, as I stated, it has 6-axis gyroscope, which is incredible for the price. The turbo function, the dual motor vibration, the one key wake up function, NFC functions, and high sensitivity 3D joystick. So, how does it feel? How does it compare to other controllers? Well, see, the thing is, I've been using this, ironically, on Apple Arcade. It actually works on the Apple Arcade. And I use it on my iMac. Now, I picked this specific color because I love this color scheme, the gray with the red and the blue. See, on, let's say, the DualShock 5 controller for the PlayStation 5, you have the X button down here. So I'm very accustomed to that. And hitting the A button for any type of interaction takes a little getting used to. But if you play on your Nintendo Switch, you are fully accustomed to hitting the A button. So even though I'm able to play this on Apple Arcade, there was a learning curve and there was no way with certain games. As a matter of fact, the games I did try to play, there were no way to remap the buttons on this specific controller. Now, was any of the vibration features working on the controller? No. No, it did not work on any of the games, but that could have been specific to the games that I was trying. I did want to try the 6-axis gyroscope, which is very well utilized on the Nintendo Switch. So the fact that you have 6-axis control on this controller right here, it gives you all the functionality you would get with the Joy-Cons. So let's look at the back. It's a plastic material. It has some type of pattern on the sides where you would put your palm. And so it provides some grip. As I stated, the color scheme is really awesome. And you have white on top for your shoulder buttons. And overall, the shoulder buttons, they feel very dampened. So you don't, I'm pressing them, you don't really hear any clicking. But you will hear a lot of clicking on the face buttons. The thumbsticks feel pretty, they're not tight, but they have a nice resistance to them. They feel somewhat like the Xbox One controller. They have a nice indentation in the middle of the thumbstick so your thumb can sit nicely. And speaking of the thumbsticks, you can click them. Now, the direction pad, for any of the games that I did play, I didn't need the direction pad. So as you can hear, or not hear, it's pretty quiet. And that's important when you're playing, especially if you want to play at night. You have your headphones on your Nintendo Switch, and you're playing on a controller that doesn't really provide too much noise. Now, there is to me, it feels like not too much travel on these shoulder buttons. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And then you have the home button. So it'll wake up your Nintendo Switch. And you have a turbo button. Now, up here for my Apple games, I had to use these for pausing and stuff like that. And you see the turbo, T for turbo, and you have what's pretty cool as well, a screenshot button. So very reminiscent to the PlayStation controller that has a button that you can use to take a screenshot directly from your Nintendo Switch. And if you own a Nintendo Switch, you know that you can link it to some of your social networks. So that's really cool. Now, this controller, once again, has all the features you would see in the more expensive Pro controller. And that's really good. You can see these lights down here. Now, does it feel as robust as the official Nintendo Pro controller? No, it doesn't. It's very light, especially when compared to the DualShock 5 controller, which I've been using since launch. So when I picked up this controller, it felt very light, like there was nothing in it. But as I stated, it has a lot of technology inside, and the fact that it's very lightweight will give you hours and hours of playtime. Battery life is pretty good, about 10 hours for a charge. And I believe it takes about 3 hours to fully charge. I could be a little off on that. But I'll leave links in the description so you can purchase your own AOLION Bluetooth controller for the Nintendo Switch. I believe they're going to have some discounts as well. And I'll even link you to the different colors they provide as well. But once again, I like this gray with the blue and the red. Is really, really retro looking. And I like this color scheme. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do me a favor. Check it out. I don't have any affiliate links, so I won't get paid if you do buy one. So I'm just telling you to check it out if you do own a Nintendo Switch. It's worth it. So until next time, I am JVB. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.